If you've ever had problems trying to figure out how to link your words using and, but, however, or someone has corrected your written work and you notice that you actually have problems in knowing when to use and when to use however, then this video is for you. We're going to talk about how to link correctly using these three words and many others besides. So let's get to it. Making correct sentences is like adding coaches to a train. A train has different coaches and they're joined together. Something is joining them. And our own sentences in English language, our own expressions are also joined and linked by words that we call conjunctions or connectives. And examples of these are these three words we're talking about today: and, but, or however. These three words and many others like them help us to link our words together, our sentences, so that they make sense. There's something we need to talk about. What's the usual error in this regard? And for that, we're going to use some sentences. And to make it easier for us to understand, we're going to use these sentences in different ways all through this video. Let's take the first sentence. Sarah walked happily into the room and everyone noticed that she looked a lot better. The second sentence, the ladies tried on the dresses and they didn't fit at all. Now, if you look at this, and is used to link both sentences. However, and was correctly used in the first sentence, but it was wrongly used in the second sentence. The question is why? And that's what we're going to talk about now. For us to know how to use and or but or however, we need to realize that there are two different types of information. There are many others, but for this, we're going to use the positive type of information and the negative. This will help us. Let's look at the positive type of information. This is when we're talking to someone about things that the person expects, things that the person would like to hear, things that are favorable, things that are good, like good news. Let's look at some examples of these words that we're talking about. Good news, positive information. You're writing and you said, Sarah walked happily into the room. Good. She's happy. Everyone noticed that she looked a lot better. Good news. I worked hard on my test. Good. Good information. Positive. I had a great result. Good. But there are some other types of information that are not so favorable. Sometimes you're telling people or writing about things that are not positive. These are negative types of information. And let's look at them. Negative information. The team did not plan their work well. That's not a good thing for any supervisor to hear about. The team did not plan their work well. That's not good news. Negative information. Their supervisor was angry. Negative. Peter and Sim didn't try on their suits. Negative. They didn't fit at all. That's the suits didn't fit at all. Negative as well. So you see, usually you will understand that when you're writing, sometimes you're saying good things, good in quotation marks, and sometimes you're saying things unexpected, things that are not so favorable, things that people will not really like to hear. How does this help us? We need to remember, and this is the core of this video, we need to remember that when we are adding the same type of information, positive information to positive information, and works. Negative information to another negative information, and will work. Let's look at these examples. The team did not plan their work well. Negative. Their supervisor was angry is to be expected, both negative and can join them, can link them, no problem. Because the information you added is the same type as the one that you already have. Peter and Sim didn't try on their suits, negative information. And the suits didn't fit them, negative, is to be expected. So because it's expected and it's the same type of information, and will work. So when you're writing, it's easy for you to find out now. You've written a sentence. The next one you're adding as another information. Is it the same type? Is it going the same way? Is it positive? If it's the same, and we're going. If you've mixed different types of information, positive and negative, then and cannot go there. You require but or however. So to do this, let's change these things now. Let's change these same examples to show us when we will use but, because we mixed up the information. The team did their work well. The team, listen again, the team did their work well. Their supervisor was angry. It would be wrong to say the team did their work well and their supervisor was angry, because the first one is good, is positive. The second one is bad, is negative. So you've mixed different types of information. You require but or however and other words like that, like yet. A very simple example is, I worked hard in my test. I failed woefully. Unexpected is a mixed information. I worked hard, positive. I failed, unexpected, negative. What will you use? It's wrong to say I worked hard and I failed. No, I worked hard, but I failed. I worked hard, however, I failed. So back to our major rule, which is a simple thing you need to know, that when you're adding the same information to while you're writing or speaking, please use and. If the information type is mixed, positive, negative, then you need but or however. So let's try out this. The team planned their work well. Their supervisor was angry. I believe you saw that the first one was positive and the last one was negative. So we require what? But or however. Peter and Sim tried on their suits. They didn't fit at all. I believe you also found out that the first one, Peter, they tried on their suits, but they didn't fit. But we're going, or however. Sarah walked happily into the room. But the next information, everyone noticed that she looked a lot thinner. Wow. She walked in happily. Good news. Everyone noticed that she looked a lot thinner. Then bad news. So that's a mixture. Likely she is, they're going to use but or however. Note, while we're still doing this, note that and has other words like it. So wherever and goes, very likely, with very little change in the sentence, these other words can go. Also, moreover, so. Peter and Sim tried on their suits. So the suits fitted well. The same. You see, and the suits fitted well. Moreover, the suits fitted well. So, also, they mean the same as and. Is additional, same information. But wherever you put but, however, can go in. Though can go in. Still, yet, all these words mean the same thing. They show a contrast, a difference. a positive information mixed with a negative information. So what have we learned? We've learned that and, but, and however are used to link ideas to form correct sentences. We also found out that to use them correctly depends on the type of information we're adding. If we are adding the same type of information, positive, positive, negative, negative, we will use and other words like and, remember, also, moreover, furthermore, also, and the rest. But if we are mixing different types of information, one positive, one negative, however you mix them up, you cannot put and. It has to be but, yet, still, however, and the rest. Okay, so correct these sentences and tell me below whether you got everything. Students sometimes watch videos during class, but this affects their results. Of course, the easy way is it positive or negative? Students sometimes watch videos during class. Bad. This affects their results. Bad. So what are you going to use? James is doing very well in school. Good. However, he's doing well in his online business as well. He's doing very well in school. Positive. He's doing well in his online business. Positive as well. So, however, check well. Tiffany loves her pet parrot. Positive. It disturbs her sometimes. She loves it. It disturbs her. Contrast. What will and go? So tell me below what you have written and we'll find out. I hope you've gained a lot from this and you've understood this once for all. Now that you've looked at this, if you want to find out how you can avoid writing fragments or comma splices, please check below this video for the list of videos we have and click any one that you require and comment on them and tell us what you want us to teach you. See you in the next video.